dependent upon God for everything, the rain, the sunshine. There's things that we don't even think about that God provides. We breathe. We don't even think about where it comes, where the air comes from, or how it comes, or which direction the wind blows. But please remember, Ezra 3:11, it says, and they sang responsively, praising and giving thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. Oh, praise God, forever toward Israel. So, brothers and sisters, as we go into this week, Independence Day, never forget about who gave you your independence, and give him what he deserved. And that is your love, your respect, your admiration, your worship, your all. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. We can call ourselves a nation because God has made it possible that all men, black men, white men, red men, brown men, can come together. Even though we have our differences, we are still under the guise of a loving God that loves us so much that he sent his only begotten son to pay that price for us, so we are not independent of God. And remember, my brothers and sisters, there's a way out of your mess, and it's JESUS. That's spelled Jesus, America.
Where can you buy a brand new Nissan with a lifetime warranty? Kingston Pike. Hey, folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. You heard it right. Every new Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Good morning and welcome to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Ask Your Neighbor can also be heard and seen on our website, WYSHradio.com. And if you are in Anderson, Rome, or Morgan County and have Comcast cable, you can watch Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV Channel 12. Ask Your Neighbor is the program where you call in and do just that. Ask Your Neighbor. Do you have a comment? Do you have a problem? Or do you have a question? Then call in and ask your neighbor. 865-457-1380 or toll free at 877-711-4005. And for those of you that might be listening or watching on the internet, you can email from our website, WYSHradio.com. Just click on the Contact Us button and email your questions. Now sit back and listen as listeners throughout East Tennessee and the entire world answer your questions on Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV 12 and AM 1380 WYSH.
Back in the saddle again. Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. How are you? All right. We're going to open the phone lines up at 865-457-1380, 877-711-4005. Been a few days since I've been here. And let's talk about what all is going on, when, where, how, why. Over the my vacation when I was gone, I was getting a number of, well, first of all, let me start off by saying I didn't have phone or email at all. Zero, zilch, nada. We had to, while we were on the island, when we were cruising, you had to buy a package so that you could get internet. So for a lot of the time, great majority of the time, we were without phones and internet. But when I could check and what I could get, when I could get stuff, I was getting a lot of information from people here regarding, well, just, I don't know, what's a continuing, I don't even know what you call it, but I don't know if it's a black eye or if it's, the school system came across, or I guess the new principal, Robbie Harrell, went through and investigated the eligibility of the player in question that cost Clinton its football games and the coach's job. And the new principal sent a letter that said the kid, was evidently eligible. I'm going to read that letter to you here in just a moment. And I'm glad that the new principal found the mistake, but I think I don't know. I'm glad they found the mistake. It's the right thing to do. It points to the unbelievable, I don't want to say incompetence, but you have the huge grades changing scandal. Then you have the eligibility scandal. A lot of folks have lost their jobs over the grade scandal, and I'm sure there are a number of more that will. The coach, who was also referenced in the grade changing scandal, had his contract declined to be renewed, and the incident that led to that was said to be the playing of an ineligible player. Not they didn't use the grade changing scandal as part of their reason for not renewing coach's contract. But now we've got a letter out here that says that the boy was eligible to play. What's next now? And what are we going to find out when the sheriff's department's investigation is over? Hang on. I know, a kerfuffle at the school system. I'm not surprised, but hang on. I'm going to read the letter and see what you guys have to say.
Hi, this is Joel with Knoxville Salvage. Why pay full price at the big box store when Knoxville Salvage has what you need for much less? Knoxville Salvage is your kitchen cabinet headquarters. We can do a custom design at an everyday low price. Our all-wood kitchen cabinets contain no particle board and deliver more value for you, the customer. They're in stock and ready to take home today. Get your cabinets, get your floors, get your roofing, and get your doors at Knoxville Salvage, where you'll always find brand new home improvement products at discount prices. Like us on Facebook and Pinterest for new arrivals and social media discounts.
Are you looking for a firearm? AB Prototype Guns and Custom Shop in Oak Ridge has hundreds of modern pistols, rifles, and shotguns in stock. They carry ammunition and popular calibers, and their friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you find the latest optic for your handgun or rifle. AB Prototype has an extensive selection of parts, magazines, and other aftermarket accessories. They're open Monday through Saturday, and discounts are available for veterans and law enforcement. AB Prototype Guns and Custom Shop, located at 1956B Oak Ridge Turnpike in Oak Ridge. Call 865-910-3602 or visit online abprototype.com.
All right, boys, girls, and moms and dads. Let's see here. Here's the letter. Okay. This letter is postmarked May 10th. At the top. That date must be wrong. And the only reason I say that is because it wasn't until May 17th that we self-reported an ineligible player. So the date might have been June 10th, maybe? I don't know. Okay, let me just read the letter. Let's see here. It is written to Mark Reeves, the executive director of the TWSAA. Mr. Reeves, on May 17th of 2024, Clinton High School self-reported that an ineligible player participated in varsity football games during the 2023 season. It was reported to you that a student had received only 5 credits during the previous school year. Upon further review of the student's transcripts, it was found that an additional credit was earned for government and economics. These credits were placed in the wrong place on the transcript. Those credits were placed under school year 2022 instead of 2023, where they should have been placed. As you can see from the attached transcript, the student had 5 credits listed for the 2023 school year. This is what the self-report was based on. However, be notified that a mistake was made. We looked into how many credit recovery courses the student took after he enrolled in Clinton High School. Attached, please find copies of the Odysseyware student progress reports that indicate the number of courses completed. Please note that the dates of completion are 5/15/23, which are proof that he completed and earned the credits for 6 classes. Okay, so that was sent to the TSSAA in response to the letter we had previously sent to the TSSAA stating that we had played an ineligible player. So what happens next? What's going to be the next calamity of errors? A6, I'm serious. You would think that the brand new principal who'd been there just a number of days could find that the old principal, athletic director, guidance counselor, head of the guidance office, you'd think somebody else would have known about that early on. But hats off to the new principal for digging into the past and finding it. 865-457-1380, 877-711-4005. So should the school system renew Coach Keith's contract next year, since there were no ineligible players? Or is he still associated with the grade changing scandal? If you recall, one of the teachers in her testimony, and her, I don't know what testimonies, but when she was explaining it, said that the coach had asked her to change a transcript. She didn't. And then Dan Jenkins had told her to, and she did. And that's originally why we were led to believe the coach was not being, his contract was not being renewed. That's what we were originally. But then when they did the press release, they guided us to this ineligible player as the reason the coach's contract was not being renewed. But that's turned out to be false and a mistake, an accusation that was made that wasn't true. Evidently, we did not play an ineligible player, I guess. I don't know how the eligibility works. I thought you had to have the credits coming in to the school year to play. Oh, okay. May. Okay. I don't know. But there you go. That's what's been going on with this ongoing saga. And how long has the investigation been going on now? A couple of weeks? (865-457-1380) 877-711-4005. If you guys have anything that you'd like to ask, add, contribute. I will ask this, though. Based on the information that we've presented, do you think Anderson County schools should re-evaluate Coach Keith's contract that at this point is not being renewed? We'll see if anybody has anything to say or add to that information to contribute. Maybe you've got something going on that you'd just like to share with us, a question you'd like to ask. It doesn't matter. That whatever you want to do, that's what we do. Give you guys the opportunity to call in and use the station to find answers to your problems, sound off, get something off your chest, whatever the case might be. 865-457-1380 or 877-711-4005. I also saw where I was talking to some folks here before I left, and then saw it when I got back, where the city of Clinton picked up a great deal. They bought the Anderson County Chamber property. You know, the Chamber had purchased the property there just on Main Street on the corner. That's where they were going to build the new Chamber facility, if you recall. At the time that they bought it, they were supposed to go in with tourism, and tourism was going to kick in some money, and then they were asking for tax dollars, taxpayer money. But anyway, they bought that piece of property for right at $200,000. I think they bought it for $199,000, turned around, sold it to the city of Clinton for $150,000. The Chamber did. Lost. I think it was $150,000. And now the city's going to make a parking lot out of it, and the Chamber has moved to a different parcel of land. It does go to note that the city does put in like $25,000 donation toward the Chamber and its functions, so that can be allocated toward the purchase price of the property. But I don't know. When it comes to government officials and some of these officials doing business on buying and selling real estate, 205 Main, buy it for $6, sell it for $3. Chamber, buy it for $200, sell it for $150. Boys, gals, who's ever making those decisions, that's not how business works. Taxpayer dollars, Chamber member dues. Fiscally responsible, yes, you guys. It's the wrong way to go, spending money, right? You make money for your subscribers, for your members, for your constituents. 865-457-1380. It's Monday. It's good to be home. I'm telling you, missed you guys.
Get ready for the summer and lake season at Hammer Stores. Every week there are new shipments of ladies' famous label sportwear and men's branded clothing. Ladies and girls' boutique fashions are 25% off Hammer's regularly low marked prices. Check out the new arrivals for summer from Simply Southern and our largest selection ever of men's fishing apparel from Huck, Magellan, Real Life, and Habit. We've just received truckloads of short-sleeve printed tees from several famous makers that could outfit the entire family for the coming weather months. Enjoy hot deals on men's shirts, swim trunks, and shorts from famous makers like Woodwide Sportman, Columbia, PacSun, Southern Marsh, and many, many more. Beat the heat with all-terrain gear pants and shorts from Wrangler at all-time low prices. Continue your spring cleaning and save now on a truckload sale of throw rugs and area rugs. Also, visit Hammer's Facebook and Instagram for daily deals. If you miss a day, you miss a bargain at Hammer's, Clinton, Sevierville, Wartburg, Halls, and New Tazewell.
Hammers, you should see us now.
Back in the day, Brushy Mountain State Pen was not a place you wanted to be. But today, it's a place you just can't miss. Today, you can tour and see just what it was like to be in Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. Take a self-guided tour. You'll meet with former prison guards and former inmates that can answer all your questions. Get a map of the grounds and visit more than 30 stations. This is an experience you're never going to forget. And if you prefer, you can take a private tour led by a guide, available for groups of at least 15. Don't forget to check out the distillery tour. Enjoy a meal at the warden's table. Tour our museum museum and or theater with the Brushy Mountain documentary running twice an hour. And of course, stop by our gift shop to take something home to remember your day. General admission tickets can be purchased at the gift shop during business hours, and they offer senior and military discounts. Go online to tourbrushy.com for more information or to book your tour. Tour hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. with the last tour starting at 5 o'clock. I'm surprised nobody thinks that the city or the county school system should reinstate Coach Keith. I heard a lot about that when I got back, but okay. That's fair and reasonable. I'm going to reach out to, let's see here. Russell will be here on the 17th. Anderson County Sheriff Russell Barker will be here. I will reach out, let's see, probably this week to Attorney General Clark. I'll reach out to the Sheriff's Department to see what the status is on the ongoing investigation of the Anderson County school system. Last when Russell was here, they were just looking at 8 misdemeanors. I guess it's not illegal to know of wrongdoing and not report it. Is it? Is that illegal? Is that complicit? I don't know. But my question was, and still not answered, is what happens to all of the folks that were complicit, that new grades were being changed? Oh, people are coming out of the woodwork now saying, oh, I knew, they knew, this knew. But what happens to those people? Is that, do we just write that off? Chamber paid $199,900, sold it to the city of Clinton $150,000. Yes, knew that. And then the city allocated part of that $25,000 that they give as a donation, I guess, toward that, or it was used, I guess, in the figuring up of that. I don't know. All right, 2 minutes from right now, we'll call it a day. 865-457-1380, 877-711-4005. So we fired somebody for something that they didn't do. I thought when they first announced they were not going to renew Coach Keith's contract, it was over the statements made by the teacher that he had asked for a transcript to be changed. That's what I thought it was over, like the others, changing grades. But then they issued a statement, said no, it was over an eligible player. Now they're issuing another statement saying there was not an ineligible player.
It's time for new flooring, and just in time, Karen's Carpet Sales is offering the sale of a lifetime on LVP from Mohawk. Waterproof floating floor with an innovative lacquer that repels dirt and grime for simple cleaning. And best of all, it's only $1.99 per square foot and comes with a 25-year residential warranty. If it's time to freshen up the look of your home, nothing brightens it up like new flooring. Whether you decide on carpet or laminate, let Karen's Carpet Sales help you give your home just the look you want. Come in and see what's new and bring your imagination. Laminate vinyl plank is waterproof, scratch resistant, and you can choose from several colors. And when your floors look good, you feel good. Karen's Carpet is your headquarters for flooring, carpet, laminate, and on sale now, LVP from Mohawk. Karen's Carpet has been serving East Tennessee for over 50 years. They're located in Claxton, 1961 Clinton Highway, 865-945-3353. Karen's Carpet, the store that gives you more. 945-3353.
Hey, my name is Jared, and this is Matt. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich is that sweet and savory flavor combo. I love the grilled chicken because of how juicy it is. It has that perfect smoked flavor.
And then the crunch of the pickles and the sweet heat that they bring just ties it all together.
And that crispy sweet bacon, it adds so much flavor.
It ties in amazing with the warm, soft bun. You can really taste the sweetness in every bite.
The maple bun is bringing the fun.
Order the Maple Pepper Bacon Sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will help you start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks. Words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks, "How's your French going?" you can say,
Babbel facilite grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue.
Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
All right, guys.
Babbel.com.
865-457-1380-877-711-4005. The program is Ask Your Neighbor. We can talk about anything you'd like to talk about this morning, whatever it is on your mind. And there you go. There you are. Ask Your Neighbor on a Monday. Hi.
What's down, Mr. Meredith?
What's up, Mr. Queener? How are you, sir?
I'm pretty good, buddy. I'm pretty good.
You getting geared up, ready to go for the 6 best days of summer?
Yeah, we are. We're counting it down these days.
We're right on
here,
it.
man.
We're right on it.
We're right on it. Yeah, I need to try to get. We didn't try to get up there and talk a little bit about it. I'll try to do that.
Come on
maybe
up.
the next week or two. I'll holler at you and get a time when I can come.
Yes, sir.
I'm confused.
Yes, sir.
And that don't take much, okay? My wife tell you it doesn't take much to get me confused. Did Coach Keith get released because of an ineligible player, or did Coach Keith's contract get pointed out because of grade change?
Well, let me tell you how I was told how it all happened, when it all happened. It's got me confused too, Dave. Because when all of this took place, if you recall, Coach Keith was not in the first round of, we'll call it accusations for lack of a better word. You know, they Jenkins and some of the others that were acknowledged when this first came out, Coach Keith wasn't. But his name was brought up in the teacher's statement. So folks were asking, you know, what was going to happen to the coach. Well, when they announced that they were not renewing the coach's contract in the midst of the grade changing scandal, everybody, and his name being included in it as asking teachers to change grades, we all said, okay, that's because of the grade changing scandal. But then the school system released a statement that said, no, not the grade changing scandal. It's a separate issue that just coincidentally happened at the same time, and it's because of an ineligible player. So that they themselves took the responsibility or the reason off of being grade-changing issues and moved it to being eligibility issues. Now we don't have eligibility issues, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know which one they fired him for, both or one or the other. I don't know.
Well, I'm confused. I'd like to see. I really like Coach Keith a lot. I think he's done a really good job, or I think he has anyway.
Yep.
Might be the only one on that side that believes that, but he's really a fine man. He really cares about those kids over there. But I guess what we might have to wait and see is TSSAA reverses course of action here and says, okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and put that back. I really don't know what's going to happen here. So,
but if they do that, and
well, I would think Coach Keith has to get I would think Coach Keith would have to get his job back, or if not, if that's if you only fired him for playing an eligible player and he didn't, then
you owe him his job.
He'd have grounds for a lawsuit. I'm not a lawyer neither, so I don't know nothing about it. But I will say this, and I've heard other people call other people's names out involved, and I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want to get dragged in that neither. And they're still employed over there and still working, and maybe we let them. I guess the investigation has to play out to see what happens in the end game here. But
well, I don't know. You know, if it's just 8 misdemeanors that we're investigating, really 8 misdemeanors, we're throwing all of our resources of the Attorney General's office of Anderson County and the Sheriff's Department, and we're only investigating 8 misdemeanors.
That might just be all that it. I mean that sounds petty, but it might not be though, because the misdemeanors might be all it comes to. There might not be a felony charge that applies to anything here. I don't know. I've been out for a little while, so I don't really know. So I'll just leave that to the people that's got more knowledge of what's going on today and let the Sheriff's Department do their investigation. And it takes a while to interview everybody. I do know that, and then they'll make the decision what they're going to do. But I think if you fired I don't know that fire is the right word, just not renew his contract. If you've not renewed his contract, then how's other people still gainfully employed there that they've been implemented too? Maybe part two's coming.
I know of a number of folks, and you and I have talked about it, that I've got some pretty firsthand knowledge, or not firsthand knowledge, but I've got knowledge of their activity or their participation in it, and they've not been called on the carpet yet. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. And although I am happy that it appears Coach Keith did not play an ineligible player, did not break the rules, I'm happy about that. And if that's the case, I'm like you. I think he gets his job back. But at the same time, it just makes me even more confused about the leadership on the board of education, the director of schools. How do you fire somebody for something they didn't do in the midst of a grade-changing scandal that you've got going on? So you've got people changing 1,500 grades in 3 months on your watch. Then you fire somebody for changing grades without doing the homework to find out that they didn't change grades, and the brand new guy that's been there for a week figures it out that they didn't change grades when the people that have been there doing it for 4 years couldn't figure it out. It tells me that the administration over the 4 years prior has a problem. I mean, you fired a man for doing something that now the guy you hired said he didn't do, which means you're liable, I would say. But you're liable for sure, and incompetent is a polite way of saying it. If I was the guy that got fired, incompetent would be the nicest thing I'd say about you.
And let me clarify this when I say this. I've not talked to Coach Keith since any of this has went down, but I do know someone that talks to him on a regular basis. Coach Keith has denied since this whole thing started. First of all, he denied that he very much denied that he asked for anybody's grade to be changed. Second of all, he said he didn't play an ineligible player. He had turned them all in; they were eligible. So I don't know what happened there, how it got messed up, or I don't know if it was a knee-jerk reaction to go ahead and send it in. To maybe sounds to me like he's trying to quieten the storm and everything, and it's a knee-jerk reaction. And Coach Keith just got drug into something he shouldn't have got drug into.
Sounds to me like it. Here's the question to pose. Would Coach Keith be in the midst of this controversy if there were not the accusations of ineligible players? If it was just Ms. Jones, the teacher, her saying that he came and brought a transcript to be changed. She refused to change it. He went and got Dan Jenkins to sign the change. She called Dan Jenkins. He told her, even though she said no, she wouldn't change it, he told her to change it. If that didn't happen, or if that is not the reason, if that didn't rise to the reason of not renewing his contract, and it's only on the ineligible player, they owe him his job back and an apology.
It sounds like that. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me and you. So I guess without everything coming out of the wash here, went till the investigation's done, And football season, believe it or not, I mean, dead period ends, I believe, this week. I think this week will end the dead period. And football season is like right around the corner. I mean, it's here.
Yep.
Okay, high school football is just...
Well, the first day of school is this month sometime, isn't it? We're back.
Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah, it will be. So school will be starting here. So football season's starting. So, I don't know. I mean, time might be lost this year for him, so we'll just have to see. But I guess we're going to have to wait till the whole thing comes out. But you're right. I mean, Board of Education, and once again, I've served not on that board. Let me rephrase. I've been on the city school board, not the county.
Yep.
They've been awful quiet. I'll say that.
Yep. Oh yeah. I guess that's right now. That's the best thing to be until this investigation gets done, I guess. I don't know. It's just being in the dark. You get all these hypotheticals, people guessing this and guessing that. All we know right now is that Coach Keith is not having his contract renewed. The reason we were given was an eligible player. Robbie Harrell found that it wasn't an ineligible player. Next move is on the school board. We'll see what they do. Or on director of schools. We'll see what he does. I guess that combined with Attorney General Clark and Sheriff Barker's report, I guess we'll find out then when they all get it done. I don't know. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's just a mess. And when you're talking about, hey, here's the mess we send our kids to be educated, good adults, I don't know. It just doesn't sound good, doesn't instill confidence a lot.
No, it doesn't, and it is black eye on the school system. So no, it's not just a black eye; it's a big black eye.
Yeah, I agree. Hopefully, it'll work.
Because I hear it's deeper than even what we're talking about. But like I said, I don't know. I'm not involved in anything and not privy to any info. So that's just I got people calling me like you've got people calling you and saying different things about it, and they say it's pretty deep. So
well, I've heard that since the beginning.
Here's what I think. I'll just say this because I've said this to other people, and I've hesitated on saying this. But Clinton's got some signs up that says it's a reward school. Okay,
I agree.
You can go everywhere and look that Clinton's a reward school this or a reward school that. Clinton High School. They need to take those signs down because those signs are incorrect.
I agree.
Clinton High School is not a reward school. How did they become a reward school? But from cheating. So those signs need to come down. I'm a Clinton alumni. I went to school over there. So I'm just saying, I just think it's an embarrassment. They ought to take the signs down.
I agree.
For everywhere. And until this, they need to come down. They need to take them all down.
Wait till they earn it.
And wait till they earn it. I agree. You don't go out if you don't win a championship. If you're playing sports, you don't go out and put the championship banner up till you won the championship.
I agree.
And I just wonder if all this was done under false pretenses. So those signs ought to come down till they can figure it out.
I wonder who's the administrative body that awards that title, that acknowledgement to schools. The state education?
The state education, yeah.
Then the State Board of Education, I guess they as easy as we give it back, they could rescind it.
I'm surprised at this. I'm surprised there's any teachers won't even go back to Clinton High School this year.
Well, if some of the administration that's there stays, if some of the folks that are there continue to be there, you've already had some teachers leave. You've already had some teachers that aren't coming back. There's at least one or two I know of, they say, that were neck deep, eyeball deep in this, and if they get to keep their job because of nepotism, you'll probably see. I've already spoke to one teacher who's not coming back, and she says the only way to get their attention is a lawsuit. That was the exact words. So we'll see if that happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. But going back to Coach Keith one more time, and not to beat him to death, but and me being around some high school football programs in the past, I always know the head coach turns everything in, and everything's turned into the athletic director, and then it's the athletic director's job to keep everything moving and in the right direction to make sure. I've always been around when you had a kid that's in trouble grade-wise, the athletic director was on the coach to tell him, hey, you got somebody that's flirting with some disaster here. You need to get them straightened up. They need to do this. So, the athletic director Clinton decided after he got transferred, he quit and get out of here. He's already got another job, I understand.
Yeah, that's and there lies a lot of questions too, because Nate had a lot to do with this. Nate, after he got moved out of the high school over to the middle school, hightailed it and left the Anderson County school system, which I think a lot of folks are looking to do if they haven't already.
Yeah, you hate that. That's a shame.
I do.
But things happen, and maybe it all work out for Coach Keith. I hope it does. Like I said, I think he's a fine man, and I think he's done a lot. For the young men over there at the high school, he's just a good guy. He's easy to talk to, and he's an interesting man to talk to too. I mean, just to hear some of his story and some of his background is really interesting.
Oh, my son Trey loved him. Trey loved Coach Keith while he was there. He took his class. He was engaged. He enjoyed And Trey's not a football player. Trey's in the band, but he enjoyed Coach Keith, got along with him really well, thought highly of him. And so I know a lot of kids that, even if they're not ball players, were quite partial to Coach Keith.
So you mentioned one other thing there, and I can speak a little bit on the piece of property that we bought, that the city bought. I did vote for that.
Yep.
I'll tell you, the only reason I voted for it is we do need some extra parking. It could become possibly down the road if we keep growing and everything keeps going. We're going to need another location for some city offices possibly in the near future, and it'd be a great spot for that. Keeps it really close to downtown. So it's the only reason, because you can't explain to me what the chamber does for anybody that's worth anything. So I'm not a chamber fan. I'm never forgiving them a nickel. But the only reason I voted for it was so we do need the parking, and for a future site of some stuff that we're looking at. That was the only reason. While they sold it for $150 and not $199, I don't know. Maybe people that's involved in the chamber need to be asking the board of directors and the guy that runs the chamber, maybe.
I would say so. I mean, it's a quick sale. I don't know what the property's worth or not worth, but the city got a good deal with it, and that's my tax dollar. So there you go. I'm happy about that. As a chamber member, I pay dues. Don't know that I'm happy about that. So,
I mean, that's just me. I mean, but I just find somebody that's on the board of directors and ask them. And that's you can't see. The chamber stuff's all so private and stuff. You can't get anything the way the laws are. You can't get anything about them, so you don't know nothing about them. So, if you're not on the board, not privy to that stuff, you don't get that information, and it's too much secret stuff going on.
Well, don't the city put about $25,000 a year into the Chamber of Commerce?
We put some money in. I don't know exactly how much it is.
I'd get my questions answered before I put any more money in if I was a city councilman.
Yeah. When we made a donation a year ago to get, I believe it was a year ago, to buy some property up there, to give them some money. They had come and asked for a donation so they could buy the piece of property that we bought back.
Yes.
We bought from them at a reduced price. And, I was the only one that voted against that. I did vote against giving them any. Like I said, I'm not for giving them a nickel, because I would like somebody to explain what they've done for the city of Clinton. Absolutely nothing. They don't do nothing. Our staff recruits people. Our staff brings people in here for jobs, not the chamber.
Yeah.
The chamber don't do nothing. I don't even understand why we have a chamber of commerce. Why we need it. Why we need one. They don't do nothing for us. They don't bring no businesses in. They don't do nothing for us. We do it. We're having to do it all. Well, so for them to build some Taj Mahal up there, why not just stay where they're at? They don't need some big building.
Well,
that is just me. I am one person.
Yes.
I'm only one vote, and I voted no. And I would vote, and I will vote no tomorrow if they come and ask for money again.
Yes.
But I'm only one vote, and as Bandit, one don't win. It usually takes 4 votes to win. So that's just how David feels about it. And I've never. I asked then and I asked today somebody to explain to me what the Chamber of Commerce actually does for us. Other than giving you a plaque to put in your office that says you're a member of the chamber, what else do you get from it? What else?
Well, the idea is, you've got all the business together and the businesses network, and therefore that creates, more business. And then they supposed to serve as a hub of information for businesses looking to come here, and they do provide quite a bit of information for that. Now, I don't know what all you all are doing now on the city level outside of that, but that's the function of the chamber is supposed to be to recruit business and then to serve the businesses that are here in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
I can tell you this much. There's a lot going on I can't not able to speak a whole lot about it. There's a lot going on Market Street, and I'm sure not getting my information from the Chamber of Commerce.
I got you, brother.
Okay.
All right.
I know some things that's going on down there, and it's not coming from the Chamber. It's coming from city manager and staff. It's coming to what's some things that could come and some things that could come down there. There's some things that, you know, I'll leave it at that because that's really all I can say right now because none of it's finalized. But I'm sure not getting it from the Chamber of Commerce. So I'm not giving them a nickel today, tomorrow, or whenever. So that's just how we'll roll with that on David Queener's terms. And if you're a Chamber fan, great. But I'm not giving them a nickel for nothing.
I got you. Well, we'll see how it all plays out. We got a lot going on here, Anderson County. Again, I'm ready. You know, I left. I was hoping it'd be quiet when I got back, and it's not.
It has been quiet pretty much. It's been pretty quiet. I mean, it's not been since you left. There's not been nothing said about the schools.
Well, well, the letter, I got the letter. Like I said, where I was, my internet was spotty at best. In fact, you don't even have it. You have to buy it on the boat anytime that you want to use it. So I didn't even have it. But when I did get it, you know, I got a copy of this letter, and I was like, what in the world is going on? I talked to Robbie. I messaged Robbie, and he's agreed to come on here and talk to people. But the first thing that he said is he didn't want to look backward, didn't want to get involved in any controversies, only wanted to talk about, you know, his vision for the school. And then again, the first thing that I get with his name signed on it as principal is this letter. So I don't know if he just delved into it and found out there were mistakes or somebody told him or what have you. But you know, if he's correct, and it looks like he is, I'm glad he did it. But yeah, so that's the first thing is like, holy cow, we let the coach go for something the coach didn't do, and nobody investigated. This guy's been here a week and already found out more than everybody else knew in 4 years.
I agree with you 100%. So I guess the key question is here: why is Coach Keith? Why was he let go? Because he asked for grades to be changed, or he played an ineligible player.
There's the $100,000 question, and we'll see what answer we get if we get one.
And I can only tell you what I've been told. He said he denied both.
Yes. No, he's denied both. He's denied both out loud publicly, that he didn't ask anybody to change any grades, and he didn't play any ineligible players purposely that he knew of.
That's exactly right. And so I would think, you have to look. Well, he didn't play an ineligible player. He was right about that. Could it be right that he didn't ask for a grade to be changed either? So I guess we'll just have to let the investigation play out. Maybe at the end, they will name the players in the game here, who was involved in it. Maybe that list will be have more names. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll just have the names that you know right now.
Yeah. Well, again, I know that there's 4 board members that knew what was going on. People were waiting to see if. Again, do you get in trouble if you're just complicit? If you're serving on the board of a company and you know that somebody's cheating inside of that company to make the company better, and you don't do anything and they get caught, do you as a board member suffer any repercussions? Well, I know that there are 4 board members that knew that there was this grade changing thing going on. So I wonder if they will be held accountable. I wonder what's going to happen with that, because I mean, you need to change from the top down if you want things to be better. That's what I say. So we'll see what happens. We'll see, how things are made better and if they're made better. I'm just interested to see what happens at the end of it. I want to find out what's going on in the investigation with the grade changes. And then separately, I would like to know why Coach Keith was fired. Those are the questions. What's going on with the grade change scandal? Who all was involved? Who knew? Who else is getting fired? And then what did you fire Coach Keith for? Which one? Let us know.
Yep, that's what we need to know. I'll give you a call and try to get with you here after a while sometime.
All right.
Get me a date to come up. I'll hop.
See you, buddy.
See you,
bye. It's time. It's time for the fair. It's July. The best 6 days of summer are on the way. The Anderson County Fair. We're going to have all the information, all the good stuff that you guys want to know. I was looking at the events on their website. You can check out the Anderson County Fair website if you'd like to. And great music. I mean, just everything you love about the fair is coming back. So, all right, let me see here. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll take a 2-minute break. I will come back. I will take your calls. I will come back and wrap it up, whichever you would like for me to do. We'll do all of that for you coming up next. You know, back in the day, Brushy Mountain State Pen was not a place you wanted to be. But today, it's a place you just can't miss. Today, you can tour and see just what it was like to be in Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary. Take a self-guided tour. You'll meet with former prison guards and former inmates that can answer all your questions. Get a map of the grounds and visit more than 30 stations. This is an experience you're never going to forget. And if you prefer, you can take a private tour led by a guide, available for groups of at least 15. Don't forget to check out the distillery tour. Enjoy a meal at the warden's table. Tour our museum and our theater with the Brushy Mountain documentary running twice an hour. And of course, stop by our gift shop to take something home to remember your day. General admission tickets can be purchased at the gift shop during business hours, and they offer senior and military discounts. Go online to tourbrushy.com for more information or to book your tour. Tour hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. with the last tour starting at 5 o'clock. Get ready for the summer and lake season at Hammer Stores. Every week there are new shipments of ladies' famous label sportwear and men's branded clothing. Ladies and girls' boutique fashions are 25% off Hammer's regularly low marked prices. Check out the new arrivals for summer from Simply Southern and our largest selection ever of men's fishing apparel from Huck, Magellan, Real Life, and Habit. We've just received truckloads of short-sleeve printed tees from several famous makers that could outfit the entire family for the coming weather months. Enjoy hot deals on men's shirts, swim trunks, and shorts from famous makers like Woodwide Sportman, Columbia, PacSun, Southern Marsh, and many, many more. Beat the heat with all-terrain gear pants and shorts from Wrangler at all-time low prices. Continue your spring cleaning and save now on a truckload sale of throw rugs and area rugs. Also, visit Hammer's Facebook and Instagram for daily deals. If you miss a day, you miss a bargain at Hammers, Clinton, Sevierville, Wartburn, Halls, and New Tazewell.
Hammers, you should see us now.
Good morning. This is Ask Your Neighbor on WYSH. Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
I just have a question. It isn't about what's going on in Clinton school system. But my question is, has anyone out there received their tag renewals for their vehicles? Mine has come in. I don't know if it is a problem with the county or the state, but it has me listed as a resident of Knox County. I have never in my life lived in Knox County. It has my regular renewal fee as $29. I also have a $36 county fee, making my price of my renewing my tag $65.
Did you buy your car at a Knoxville car dealer?
No, we've had the vehicles for years.
And they've always been Anderson County tagged car. And now, are they trying to put a Knox County tag on? Because it sounds like Knox County and their wheel tax, you know?
Exactly. So I don't know if the foul up is from the state or if from the county.
Have you called Jeff? Call down to the course office and get Jeff or one of his the folks down there. They could figure that out, because we don't have a $36 additional fee on ours.
Exactly. But we haven't taken a newspaper in decades, and I didn't know if this was something that kind of got slid under the table on the Anderson County residents, or, you know, if this was just a foul up in a computer system somewhere.
I was going to say a foul up. I had to pay extra on mine because I try to take all of my personal cars and then all of the station cars and try and go down just one time to the courthouse and do it. Otherwise, I'd be down there every other month with the company cars and my cars. You know what I mean? So I try to just take them all and do it. Well, one of my cars renews in November and the others renew in March. So I went down in April, either April or May, and said, hey, here they all are. But the one that had renewed, that had been expired since November, there was some kind of fee on that one because it had been expired too long. But if yours is just an annual renewal.
Exactly.
And nothing else to it, you know, I don't know why in the world. Yeah, Jeff Cole can answer that for you. I'd say that hopefully that'll be a simple and easy fix because we don't have anything like that.
Well, it was obvious to me that it was a mistake from the get-go when I saw the price.
Lord, yeah.
And, when you own multiple vehicles, that $36 fee added on top of everything else adds up quick.
Absolutely.
But I just was curious if, anyone else had got the sticker shock when they got their tag renewals.
Well, when you find out what's wrong or what happened, do you care to let us know just in case somebody else does run into the same thing?
I sure will. Be happy to.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Jiminy Christmas. Yeah, I went down and did a bunch of mine. Well, not a bunch. I mean, I did the station cars. We got 4, 5, and then mine in May. Anybody else ran into that? Good morning. Welcome to Ask Your Neighbor on WYSH.
Ron, the lady that got her tag renewal thing.
Yes, sir.
I've got that several years in a row, and all you do, just take it down there and get your tags, and that all it costs you is $29.
Does yours have that $36 additional fee on it like hers did?
Yep, 2 years in a row.
And so when you go down there, what do they tell you it is?
It's $29.
Well, I know that, but I mean, why does it say you owe $29 plus $36?
I don't know.
I mean, that's $59. That's a big difference from $29.
Yeah, it is. I don't know what the deal is on that, but I think it's something simple,
Okay.
But yeah, first time I got it, I thought, wait a minute.
Yeah, really?
So I went down there, and I think they'll explain it to her if she goes down there.
Okay. Well, that was my suggestion too. Give him a call. Get with Jeff. He'll fix it.
Okay.
Thank you, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, sir. Okay. Now, I know that if I put an extra $36 charge on my folks, our clients, I'd hear from them pretty quick. So check, see if you got it, and if you did, and if it's a mistake, they can fix it for you. 865-457-1380. 60 seconds from now, I'm talking to you on the phone. We're wrapping it up. You let me know what you would like me to do.
Stock number DT7919, T1622, T1613, DT7921 with proof credit after Ford factory rebate, regular discount, Ford on order.
Experience summer at Ray Varner Ford in Clinton. Step up to the starting line with our rugged trucks, timeless classics, and the latest models. Hi, I'm Ray Varner. Let's hit the road and start your summer journey. Take on new destinations in this 24 Ford Bronco Sport Big Ben 4x4, $29,749 with 3.9% financing available. Elevate your ride with the 24 Ford Explorer, four-wheel drive equipped with cutting-edge technology, powerful performance, and exceptional comfort. Your price, $39,959 with 1.9% financing available. Power up your summer in this 24 model Ford F-150 4x4 Super Crew, $46,929. At Ray Varner Ford, we help to get your business on the move with this 24 Ford T250 low roof cargo van, $51,955. Need car service? Visit our Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center today for all your summer car maintenance needs. Local you trust, experience you can afford. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton, I-75 exit 122, or shop us online at rayvarnerford.com.
Enjoy your day, everybody. We'll let you know what we find out when we find out. If there's something that you would like us to, endeavor into finding out for you, let me know. 865-457-1380 or 877-711-4005. Be happy to do that for you, okay? All right. Have a great day. We done? Oh, wait. No, I'll grab it. Good morning. You're on Ask Your Neighbor. Hello.
Yeah, how you doing there, Ron?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
That deal about, when you had your vehicle like that was outdated on your tag, anything like that.
Yeah.
What it is, they charge you for a whole nother year, even though your vehicle wasn't running.
Gotcha.
Like that, and everything's expired so long before you try to reapply for your tags like that, I think.
Yes.
And that's what they do. They just charge you for a whole nother year. And I don't understand why. That's kind of a rip off in itself and everything. And, but yeah, they'll same deal if you tag your vehicle and then have it sitting there not running, but you go in and tag it anyhow, then you have to have insurance on that car, even though it don't run or ain't running either. But then they fine you for not having insurance on that car. So there's a lot of stuff the state does that ain't really right,
Well, hopefully she'll get it figured out and we'll find out what it is, but...
Yeah, it almost sounded like it was take it over, how they expand out. Like Knox County may want to expand out into Anderson County and done some quick deal through the court system saying, well, okay, we want to take over this land here.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Make it,
that can't
you got to watch that stuff too.
That didn't happen, but there's a mistake somewhere. We'll find out. Hopefully we'll figure out and find out for her.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one other thing. It's not related to anything you've been talking about, but, a lot of these families and everything struggling to make it and everything. Have you ever thought about putting on your station about certain churches giving away food for them and things like that, and the food?
Oh, we do. Yeah, like absolutely. That. Yeah, we do that. Usually the Church of God here will let us know when they're doing it. First Baptist Church has their community services that they've got where they do it. But yeah, we do. When the churches, we don't just magically know what they're doing. They have to tell us. But when they do let us know, we put it on the community bulletin board and run it for them free at absolutely no charge for you guys.
Okay. I didn't know. I just didn't know if you did that or not.
Oh, yeah. It's on the bulletin board every day. And then, again, if you're part of a church group or civic organization that has something like that or going on, if they get it to me, I'll put it on the bulletin board.
All right. You take care now.
Thanks, sir.
Good luck and God bless. Thanks for your show.
You too, buddy. Thank you for listening.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Anybody else? All right. I'll give you 60 seconds. 60 seconds from now.
For more than a decade, the Home Option in Oak Ridge has been providing in-home care to clients affected by exposure to toxic substances. They also care for recipients of black lung, VA benefits, and private pay clients. The folks at the Home Option can help you maintain your independence and live life on your terms. They offer skilled nurses, CNAs, personal caregivers, and speech, occupational, and physical therapy. To find out more about how their staff can care for you, call 865-220-1700 or do a Google search for the Home Option in Oak Ridge.
Have a great day. Enjoy your day. Thanks for listening with us. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll be back here. We'll do it again tomorrow with David Ayers, Dr. David Ayers from Ask the Doctor. Yep. So if you've got a medical question, why don't you go ahead and get it ready, write it down, make a note. Tell your friends, call your friends. Maybe you got friends that have medical issues. Call them, let them know Dr. Ayers will be here tomorrow on Ask Your Neighbor, and they can call in.
Thank you for listening to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Make sure you tune in at 10 a.m. each day, Monday through Friday, right here